Hi, I'm Dean Argent, a university qualified mechanical engineer. I'm a licensed motor dealer and the owner of usedvehiclesales.greatwallforsale.com.au. And in this video, I am going to take you on a walkthrough of this 2012 model turbo diesel twin cab ute. It is a two-wheel drive, it is manual, it is turbo diesel, it is cool, it's cheap, let's go. What I like to do before I buy the car is get down the side here like this, see how there's no real dents in the side of the body. That's a really good sign. I like to look across here for stone chips. There's a few spots of water on there. It does have a few stone chips, but there's bugger all. And then up the side here, I like to have a look for dents. There's a few marks I'll show you when I come around the other side, but all in all, this truck's been kept in bloody good shape. It's got the alloy bull bar on it. Hey, and get this, when we got her in, she had bullets in it. So I know it came from out west because there was a couple of little shells there. So yeah, just letting you know that she's been a out on the farm kind of out west type of thing, I suppose, because most people don't have 22 rounds in their cars in town. The other thing I like to do is get down here, see how those tyres, I know they're almost new, but see how they're wearing a little bit, and they're wearing evenly across the surfaces. It just tells me all the suspension geometry and steering components and all that they're doing exactly what they should. Now it's got the alloy wheels and all that. I want to show you something with these Great Wall V200 utes. It's called a V200 because it's a 2-litre. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. But there's so much stuff in these that are Holden Rodeo. You go and look at a Rodeo wheels, they are the same. These door handles on a Holden Rodeo are exactly the same. So what this manufacturer did, they went and sourced a whole bunch of parts from a whole bunch of different suppliers and banged them together. And that's why they're so cheap. They've used good quality stuff out of Mitsubishi, Holden, Isuzu, all that sort of stuff, plus other stuff, and made this ute out of it. So why is it so cheap? That's why. So, but the quality of these things is good. We move a lot of them and I very, very rarely have trouble with it. And I consummate that with our warranty that I'll tell you about at the end of this video. So let's have a look inside. It's got all this power windows and all that sort of gadgetry going on there, power windows. Now one thing that does happen with these is the seats do flog out. So you do have to put a seat cover or something on there. So that's what we do with those. That passenger seat's doing a bit as well. So the leather that they use on here, well, it's probably not the highest quality, and that's probably why it does it. But hey, if you can just use it like that, you don't have to worry about it. It doesn't affect anything with the car or nothing. So the other thing that happens with them too is that these bags here, I think they came out of the factory with those things coming apart like that, because every single Great Wall we've ever done has got that happening on it. And that's a lot. So let's have a look in here. Oh, I've got to get the key out of my pocket. Okay, got it here, got a central locket and all that's working beaut. So on the dash here, we'll give her a thump for you. There we go, quick kick in the guts. Don't know if you can hear it there, but it's got the diesel hum and all that. So there's no lights on, it's only got the 113,000 on it, which is baby Ks for these. It is diesel, they go for a lot more than that. And even this up here to me looks like a Rodeo, that little bit there. So they've got this stereo in it that's got all the gadgets going on there. You can crank it loud or not loud, whatever you want to do. Aircon, you just turn it on there, it's icy cold. And plug your cigarette lighter or plug your phone in or whatever down there. If you want to use the ashtray because you're a dirty rotten smoker, you can. And it is a 6-speed manual with reverse up there in the wrong place. So it's got all the log books and service history and all that stuff going on in there. You're welcome to have a look at all that stuff. What else can I show you? You can control the radio from here, very popular, very modern. And that's it for in the front here. But did you hear that? When you unlock, when you turn that off, it unlocks. When you start it, it locks, which is pretty cool. If you've got your kids and you're trying to creep them out, you jump in there and you go, you're going nowhere. And they get all creeped out. I reckon it's great. Anyway, where were we? Let's have a look around the back here. So coming in through this back door here, we've got, just having a look at the seats there. So there's a few little marks on the carpet there, nothing that you'd be real worried about, I wouldn't think, for a car of this price. But if you are, there they are, those marks. I will include them for free. But the rest of the car, the rest of the seats and stuff, they look like in pretty good shape. And let's keep moving around. So like I say, no dents or anything in the door, a little bit of paint chip here and there, but there are a few dents across the top here. If you get back down like that, you can see there's one there. She has been used as a work truck and it has had some paint knocked off the top there. But But that's about the extent of the damage on this car. Like if you look in the tray, you can see, like, although the tray's been used, like there's marks in it, it hasn't been thumped around because there's no real knocks or dents and bings in it. So it's had pretty light use is what I'm saying. So there's a good look around. The other thing is, you try to find one of these turbo diesel utes with a tailgate that's straight, and that's a rare find. So let's keep moving along here. It's got the tow bar there. It's actually a bit of a shin buster this. You walk past here too hard, you'll bang your shins on it. But you can take that pin out and then throw that in the back, and then you won't have that issue. But if you want to tow stuff about, well, you've got the gear on there to do it. Coming down this side, we've got a cap missing off there. Other than that, she's looking pretty good. Someone's put a bit of grease on there and didn't wipe it off. I better growl at them later. And let's have a look in here. Back around the driver's side, the passenger side even, depending what country you're calling from. There it all is. So when your cars come into our yard, there's a whole bunch of testing and work that we do on all of them. And the next part of this video, I'm going to tell you everything that we've done to it and everything, the warranties and everything that come with it for the price you see it advertised for. So when the cars come into the yard, we do 6 levels of inspection. The first one is we do a road test. We drive it around a very specific test track and we listen for all those noises and stuff that shouldn't be there. Then we do a yard test. And so in the yard test, what we're looking for is that everything works like it should. Like the windows go up and down, the fan works, everything in the car is working like it should. And if it's not working, I will have mentioned it in the previous video. Then it goes into mechanical. The mechanic's got quite an extensive checklist of things that he inspects. Things like, is the spare tyre there and is it fully inflated and all those sorts of things. All that stuff's done, and that's what's covered off in mechanical. So that's the 3rd level. On the 4th level, we do a roadworthy inspection. We get an independent mechanic who does his roadworthy inspections on the vehicles. He's licensed by Queensland Transport to come out or do them at his facility. Either way, it doesn't matter. But he does the inspections on them. He gets underneath every single car and he checks all the suspension components and all the things that are required for the roadworthy. So we have a properly done roadworthy certificate by an independent person come out as well. And then on the 5th level of check, we do a quality assurance or a QA run. What happens there is someone who hasn't driven the car and hasn't worked on it, he then goes and drives the car after it's been through mechanical, and he's basically doing a double check like what a buyer would do. They'd get in it, and if there's a noise, they're like, "Ooh, what's that noise?" or stuff like that. He comes back, if there's any of those things, then we've identified them through the QA run. And what that does for you is it allows, well, from my point of view, it allows me to know and stand there quite confidently and know that the car is prepared properly. And then on the 6th level of check, what we do is before the car goes out, also after it's finished the QA, the cars then go out the front of the yard, and you would have seen them in the background of the previous part of this video, and they sit out there until they go out. Well, before they go out, we do another level, the 6th level of check, where we just check that the wipers are still working, that the little sprayers haven't blocked up, that none of the bulbs haven't stopped working or any of that sort of stuff. So there's the 6 levels of inspection that we do on each one of the cars. Now, I don't expect you to believe me when I tell you I prepare the cars like that, but as you could tell from the previous video, we are on dirt. I do not have concrete, I don't have flags, I don't have salesmen ready to pounce on you when you come down. In fact, this is me pouncing on you now. So if you're still, hello, you there? Hello, come back so I can pounce on you some more. So if you're still there, the reason I'm telling you this is because I don't have all that expensive shit. We don't have the overheads, and it allows me to put the money back into the cars. And that's why, but I don't expect you to believe that either. But what you should do is go and have a look at our Facebook reviews, and you'll see the vast majority of our buyers are more than delighted with their car because of the work we put into preparing the cars. So with that, we have buyers, they come from way up north, like up Cairns, way out west. They catch the train down, or they catch the plane to Brisbane, they catch the train to our location here, and then they drive their car off. If we don't prepare the cars properly and they fall apart on their way home, they don't get on Facebook and write good reviews. So that's why I'm proud of the level of all of the cars that I prepare. Although I muck around in these videos, what I don't compromise on is the quality and the standard that the cars are prepared to before they leave the yard. And that's reflected in our Facebook reviews. The link is included on this page, so go and have a look and see what the crowd says about working with us. So because of the work we put into the cars, all the prices are fixed. If you turn around and go, hey Dean, are you negotiable? I'll be like, yes, I'm negotiable, but why would you want to pay more? So I do that because I can't take out what we put into those cars, and frankly I don't want to. If the cars don't meet the standard, or they can't easily be brought up to that standard, I launch them off through an auction. And that's why you shouldn't buy cars from auctions, because that's where blokes like me dump our garbage. Okay, so this car has been through all the inspection and is come up properly and is prepared properly, so therefore I have nowhere to move on the price. The prices are already good anyway, otherwise you wouldn't have clicked on and got this video. So the prices are all fixed. And the last thing I want to tell you, before I tell you what comes with the car for the price you see it advertised, is that we need to make appointments to come out. Now, we are not your typical yard, like I said before. We're not equipped for people just to roll up and walk out. You're more than welcome to come and check the cars out and take them for a spin. I've got no trouble with that. But you just need to let us know when you're coming. We've got a couple of guard dogs that roam around here, and we put those away when people are coming, and that way no one gets bit. Everyone's happy. So if you let us know when you're coming, we'll put the dogs away, we'll open up the gates, and we can show you the car and you can have a look over that and any others that might work for you, whatever you want. So please make an appointment before you come out. So what comes with the car for the price you see it advertised for? Good question, and I'm glad that you asked. So firstly, it comes with either 6 months Queensland rego or the rego that you see, like the date. Have a look in the text above, it'll tell you the expiry date, or 6 months, whichever one it is. If you're an interstate buyer, give us a call, we'll tell you how that works for you. We are a large dealer with Queensland Transport. What that means is we have the number plates on site, we have all the paperwork, all the forms, all that stuff, so you don't even need to go into the government department and get sneezed on by all the grubs. We do all that for you. Aren't we good? So all you got to do is fill out some forms, we stick the number plates on, we do all the paperwork for you, drive away, nothing else to do. All that's included in the price you see. The next thing is when the cars go through mechanical, one of the things we do is a fresh service. So your vehicle has been freshly serviced and you will not need to do any scheduled maintenance for the next 10,000 Ks or 6 months, whichever comes first. It's got guaranteed no money owing, guaranteed not stolen, guaranteed never written off. I'll show you all that on the paperwork when you come on down. And it's also got a current roadworthy certificate. So we have the independent inspector, he's got a license from the Queensland government and he's the one who says this car is in a roadworthy condition. So we've brought the car up to that standard as well, so it comes with the roadworthy. The car also, get this one, it has guaranteed no defects. So when I'm selling a car like this one, if I make this guarantee to you, you'd want to make sure I'm onto it, because if not, I'm going to back it with this guarantee. So it's got guaranteed no defects. A defect is when the car doesn't do, or a part of it doesn't do what it's meant to do. For example, if you go to wind down a window and the window doesn't wind down, or it sort of half winds down, that's a friggin' defect. But if you've got like a tear in a seat or a noise, that's not a defect, because a seat with a tear in it still does what it's meant to do. Okay, so I'm guaranteeing that this car has no defects, and I also hold that guarantee for the next 5,000 Ks in 3 months. So if it does incur a defect, and there are some exclusions to it, we show you all that on the paperwork anyway, then those issues become my problem and not your problem. So yes, we do trade-ins, and if you need help with your finance, there is a link up the top of this page that says no deposit finance. You can put your details in there and our finance guy will come back and he'll give you a quote on exactly how much it will cost you per week to drive away in this fine automobile. Well, I'm Dean, thanks for watching this video. If there's anything I haven't covered, feel free to give us a call, drop us a text, or whatever you want to do. We can take payment by cash, by credit card, by internet transfer, bank check, however you want to do it. Best off if we do internet transfer, that one works best for us. But however you want to do it, it's entirely up to you. Well, I'm Dean, thanks for watching the video. If there's anything I haven't covered, feel free to give us a call, drop us a text, and I look forward to meeting you soon. See ya.